It's Geeta, and this is Swamp Watch. The government had a pretty busy Friday, kind of surprisingly busy way to end the week. Things have not really gone President Trump's way today, so he's kind of come back from his trip railing against the Republicans blocking his agenda in Congress and Taylor Swift and Bruce Springsteen, and he's got a lot of grievances right now. So let's recap what happened. First of all, the Supreme Court upheld a lower court's order which prevents President Trump from removing Venezuelans from this country with no due process under the Alien Enemies Act. Alien Enemies Act is to be invoked only during a time of invasion or predatory incursion, and it's only been invoked 3 times in the past: during the War of 1812, during World War I, and World War II. I think it's pretty clear that nobody has invaded us. We are not at war. We don't have an enemy incursion onto our soil. In fact, the Venezuelans that they're now seeking to deport were, many of them, here legally. They'd been granted temporary protected status. So those plans to take those Venezuelans and send them to that prison in El Salvador are on hold again for now. Secondly, Republicans in Congress blocked President Trump's sweeping tax bill on Friday over concerns that it does not do enough to cut spending. Because nonpartisan analysts have said that the tax cuts will add trillions to our already humongous $36.2 trillion that we're in debt. There were 5 Republicans on key committees that voted against the measure, and they made this announcement just hours before Moody's downgraded the United States top-tier credit rating. That mountain of debt is beginning to be like a ball and chain around the ankle of the United States. Trump has been on the warpath on social media, calling them grandstanders, calling them disloyal. The Senate committee is actually going to try again on Sunday, a rare Sunday night session. So we'll see if their next move gets them over the finish line. And then is that consumer sentiment is at a 3-year low. Our economy is measured by GDP contracted in the first quarter of 2025, which is the first time it has shrunk in the past 3 years. Housing starts at an all-time low. Import prices starting to tick up in April. Consumers are just very worried about spending money. We haven't seen a huge impact of Trump's economic policy, the tariffs, on prices yet. And a lot of that's due to, the goods that are being sold now being imported before the tariffs took effect, as well as companies buying inventory in the expectation of the tariffs coming along. However, for both Republicans and Democrats, the expectation of inflation shot way up.